a lot of you guys have been wanting to see my skincare routine, and here it is. So I was wearing makeup, but I washed it off. I will tell you in a second what I use. So my main skin concern right now is my hyperpigmentation, because as you can see, I have a lot of acne marks on my skin right now. I don't have pimples. Okay. I don't have pimples anymore, but I just have the hyperpigmentation and the erythema that is left from my acne, my battle scars. Okay, so this is what I remove my makeup with. It's just plain extra virgin coconut oil. I just kind of put it inside this little dispenser right here because it's easier to put on your face, and then I kind of mix the coconut oil with this thing. This is an oil cleanser. I love coconut oil on my skin, but when you rinse it off, it's an oil. It's really difficult to rinse off. So that's why I mix it in with this cleansing oil right here. Basically, this is just a blend of oil that has fillers. What that means is that it has ingredients that is going to make the oil easier to rinse off, because as soon as this is in contact with water, it'll just emulsify, and once you rinse it off, you don't have any oily residue. Whereas if you use this alone, girl, it's so difficult to remove. But it's possible. I've been using coconut oil since I was a baby, so I don't really have a problem with coconut oil, but you should patch test first, see if your skin reacts negatively to this, because a lot of people do. I don't. And then I wash my face with a gentle cleanser. This is, the simple gentle cleanser. This does not burn my skin when my skin was really sensitive. A lot of cleansers do. I just wanted to have something, better, with better ingredients, but they all burn my skin. And which is surprising, because this thing is like, people with eczema can wear this. Why does this burn my skin? You get what I mean? So I'm like, okay lah, never mind lah. I actually purchased this, but I find it too boring, so that's why I bought something else. Like, this is one of them, but that burnt my skin, so I'm like, okay lah, simple lah. I don't have any bumps underneath my skin anymore. Okay, I don't know whether you can tell or not, but my skin is pretty smooth. I don't have any like bumpy issues anymore, just because I am very good at removing my makeup with an oil cleanser and then following this up with a water-based cleanser. Okay, oil-based to remove your makeup, or water-based to remove everything else. My eyes are red because it's at night and I'm tired. I still have a bit of lipstick on my lips because it's a stain, so that's why it's like red, but ignore that. Okay, I don't have acne issues anymore, so my concerns are my hyperpigmentation. So I cleanse my skin, and now I'm going to exfoliate. The kind of exfoliant that I use is this one from Dr. Wu. I will list it down below. This is just a chemical exfoliation. You know how there's two different kinds of exfoliation? The ones that has a little like beads to scrub your skin, and the other one is by using ingredients and actives such as salicylic acid, glycolic acid. It kind of helps remove the dead skin cells that is accumulating on your skin, because your skin is supposed to shed, but if your skin is damaged from the sun, and the older you get, the skin's ability to shed naturally is compromised. So that's why you need to kind of do it for your skin. It's really scary when people say you use acid in your skin, but it's so much gentle on the skin rather than those scrubby bits. So because those scrubby bits, those can cause micro tears in the skin, and you don't even see the kind of irritation that your skin is going through until that one point. No, you cannot scrub your skin with those physical exfoliation for more than 3 days, but you can use a chemical acid on your face every day, provided that it's a low percentage. If you go like crazy high, then don't fuck this up. I'm just pressing this onto the skin until it dries. I use a very tiny amount, as you can see, because this is a very, very potent serum. This is 18%. They have a daily one that is around 6%, which I would recommend if you're a beginner, but I've used this for a really long time, and this I only use once a week. It's recommended for you to use twice a week, but I only use it once a week because my skin is very it's quite sensitive at the moment. I'm in the process of kind of strengthening or repairing my moisture barrier with all these acne medications that I kind of like pile on my skin, which is not good, by the way. Kind of made my moisture barrier compromised a little bit. Moisture barrier is your skin's ability to hold moisture, so your skin doesn't get irritated. It protects your skin. Bad things goes out, good things just stays in, that kind of thing. A barrier. When you use all these strong products like benzoyl peroxide for acne, tretinoin, which is a potent form of vitamin A, your skin, it's a very strong product, and your skin might get irritated from it if you don't know how to use it correctly. I learned it the hard way. Now that I know about my moisture barrier, my skin has gotten a lot better, as you can see. We should learn about all these things in school. How come? Never mind. The serum is going to kind of slowly eat away the first layer of my skin, revealing baby soft skin. It's a very slow process. And it's very gentle. Your skin does not get irritated to it. And mandelic acid is one of the gentler acid rather than glycolic acid. I have glycolic acid over there. This is just a toner from Dr. Wu. After exfoliation, you have to moisturize the skin. Why? Is because your skin has this thing called a lipid layer or a moisture barrier. Basically, it's like the outermost layer of your skin. Basically, it's just kind of like a barrier where it retains a healthy level of moisture in your skin. If your moisture barrier is kind of damaged or compromised, it's not able to retain a healthy level of moisture. If your skin is not able to hold moisture, it's going to be irritated. If you're combining strong ingredients such as benzoyl peroxide with tretinoin, niacinamide, and all this exfoliant that is very, strong for the skin, it's not necessarily bad. These are all good ingredients that is going to help your skin improve. But if you don't know how to use it, because these are very strong, your moisture barrier is going to get damaged, and you don't want that. That is the worst thing you can do for your skin. If your skin is irritated, your acne is just going to get worse. It is going to be more prone to sun damage, and the damage from the sun is going to make your wrinkles worse, your hyperpigmentation darker, your acne worse, because your acne feeds on irritation. See? So that's why you have to always moisturize the skin. Even if you have oily skin, there are, moisturizers like this. This is so moisturizing, but it's so light. You can see, I'm just like applying over again and again because my skin is quite dry at the moment. So this is so comfortable. You just have to do one layer like that, but I don't want to waste all this. So I'm just like spraying it on my hand and just like slapping it all over my skin. And this is very rich with a lot of antioxidant, because antioxidant is basically vitamins for your skin. So if you have acne, it's going to make it heal so much faster. If you have marks on your skin, it's going to make it fade so much faster. It's kind of like something that is going to supplement like your diet. Can you hear that? My sister's in the bathroom. Can we ignore that? I think I'm just going to ignore that. This is another toner. I love using light textures on my skin. Even though I have dehydrated skin, I have like flaky bits here and there, my skin itself is oily. It's a very complicated skin type, because if you have oily skin, you have to be considerate of the kind of texture that you put on top of the skin. If it's too emollient, if it's too creamy, it's gone. Can you hear that? That flashing? If I put a cream, my skin isn't able to absorb it. So anything that is too creamy and too emollient is going to irritate my pore lining, because I have oily skin, and the texture itself is going to cause my skin to have issues. So if you have oily skin that is very sensitive to creamy products, use something that has a light texture, such as the products I'm using right now. Toners are really nice, because toners right now, they are very moisturizing, and also they have a very light texture, so it's not uncomfortable. It's not going to suffocate your pore. And there's nothing wrong with using all these creams, but sometimes if you have oily skin, your pore lining is going to get easily clogged. There's nothing wrong with the products, it's just your skin isn't able to tolerate all this emollient on the skin. Anyway, after this, I'm going to layer another product. Like I said, I love using light layers. I love building light layers on my skin. And this is another toner by Dr. Wu. This video is not sponsored, by the way. I love Dr. Wu's products because they have really good ingredients. They don't have a lot of irritation on their products, like fragrance and things like that. They don't have it. So sometimes their product just smells like straight up butt, but I don't mind it, because I would rather my face smells like butt rather than flowers, because I know flowers is going to irritate my skin. Anyway, sometimes when my skin is feeling extra dry, I kind of use the same toner again and again, kind of like 2-3 layers. And you can do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But of course, my routine is just a little bit more elaborated, because I am so extra. You don't have to do this if your skin doesn't need to. But since my skin is quite dehydrated at the moment, which is very temporary, I'm going to be doing that. After all of that, I'm going to use a moisturizer. You can skip at this point if your skin is, oilier, but my skin is quite dehydrated, so that's why I'm going to go in with a very lightweight moisturizer. This is a moisturizer from Dr. Morita. You can get this in the pharmacy. This wasn't expensive at all. The packaging looks like this. You can get this in the pharmacy. This is from Dr. Morita, and I love this because it has such good ingredients. Okay, look at the ingredients and you will die because it's so good. You just want to put it on your face. By the way, before I continue, these are the two same thing. This is just a backup, and the previous one that I had, I kind of like just masukkan in this bottle because it's easier to dispense. I don't like anything that comes in a jar because I don't want to expose my products to air and make it like kind of like rosa. It has a very watery consistency, able to absorb into your skin, but if you have a bit too much, it's with the kind of product that just coats your skin, and when you rub it in, it like rolls off. So I hate that. I hate that so much. But why do I have a backup of this if I hated, you know, the product? But every time I wake up, when I use this as my moisturizer at night, I wake up with like beautiful skin. You know, snail products is able to repair your skin, so you know, open wounds from, you know, picking your acne and things like that. This is not going to be painful, and it's going to help repair your broken wounds. With snail secretion, they have, you know, this natural lactic acid, which is going to soften the first layer of the skin. Not too harsh at all, but it's enough to show a difference in the morning. And every morning when I wake up with this, oh my god, my skin is so soft. Like, my acne marks are, you know, you can see it pudar so dramatically, and your skin just looks so nice. But you have to wait for it to dry. If not, it's just going to roll off. I'm not going to use this moisturizer today because it has, you know, a natural lactic acid, and I've already applied mandelic acid. So I don't want it to overkill my face. Even though, you know, both, they are very gentle, you can do that. But, you know, I'm just trying to be careful with my skin because I don't want to irritate it in any way. Irritation is bad. Like I said, irritation is bad. We stay away from irritation. Yeah, I'm going to be moisturizing my skin with the CeraVe moisturizing lotion. If you have oily skin, try looking for something that has a lighter consistency, like a lotion or an emulsion or a gel that is not going to irritate the pore. So you want to see this consistency of this? Okay, it's like that. It's very light. You know, it's very light and watery, just like the Dr. Morita one. I love both of these moisturizers so much. This is more of a plain moisturizer though. I wanted to get something from Cetaphil, but Cetaphil mahal gila. That's pretty much the same ingredients as the Cetaphil. This pretty much has the same ingredients as the Cetaphil moisturizing lotion. This has a few additional ingredients that is very good for the skin, so that's why I opted for this one. And this one is cheaper, and this one has 8 fluid ounce while that one has less. So I'm like, I am not a sucker. So I didn't get the one from Cetaphil. This is very new in my routine, and I will let you know how it goes. But so far, so good. It's so moisturizing, and it doesn't clog my pores or irritate my pores or anything like that. And yeah, as you can see, my skin has been improving. On camera, I have a before and after. My skin has definitely been improving, even though like I look kind of ugly on camera. But if my skin was extra dry, I would use coconut oil. Again, kind of like mix it in a few, like 3 drops. I just do that and just just do that, because that is going to help with your you know, moisture barrier as well. Alright, so that is all I do for my skin. That's actually a lot of steps. I agree with you. I don't have acne anymore, alhamdulillah. And yeah, that is all I do. Yeah. Also, this is very important. If you want to fade your acne scars, wear sunblock every day. A lot of you have been asking what I do because my skin, my scars fades so fast. And you know what? I agree. That is because I layer 2 different sunblocks. That is my secret. You have to protect your skin from the sun because the harmful rays from the sun is going to make your hyperpigmentation darker. The sun is the #1 source of aging. It's the #1 source for your skin being damaged. So if you're not protecting your skin from the sun, you know, your antioxidant, your anti-aging, tak payah pakai because there's not going to be any difference. So sunblock is very important, and I cannot stress that enough. The only reason my skin is improving is because I'm wearing sunblock. The only reason my skin has been showing signs of, you know, my scars are fading is because of sunblock as well. Okay, so that is all for my video. I'm going to go to sleep now. I'm going to vlog tomorrow because it's Adam's birthday. So this is what I do if I wanted to fade my scars. I have a different routine when I have pimples. So I might, you know, I'll show you what I do in a different video. Okay? Yeah, okay. Yes! I don't have pimples anymore. Alright,